The Leeds fixture that we expected to be played over the weekend after missing out on playing Crystal Palace at Selhurst Park over the weekend on Sunday has also been called off. It's not happening, and obviously that's another hammer blow to Manchester United players and the fans in here on the United Matters channel. Then Luke Shaw's been dropped by who I'm going to let you know. Then Eriksen very jolly about joining Manchester United, and he has gone out and really said lots of things after joining Manchester United, and how the interest of Brentford almost tempted him not to go on and really join United. Welcome to United Matters channel. Rock and David is my name. Smash the like button, comment and share, and if you're watching us for the very first time, endeavor to subscribe to this channel so as not to miss out on stories that we do upload in here on a daily. Now, this is the channel that brings you news and information as far as it's concerned, and obviously we are really broadcasting live from Africa, and we are really taking over the world because of you guys who are really subscribing to this channel endlessly. So if at all you're watching us for the very first time, guys, or you've always been watching us, go into the lower right bottom corner, smash the subscription button. After smashing the hit the notification bell that will enable you get notified each and every time I upload a video onto this channel. Now, today, breaking, it has been Mike Keegan, sports news correspondent / sports editor at the Mail Sport. He first told us that breaking, believe Premier League statement due shortly, United versus Leeds game is off. He was the first man to give us a hint that this game of Manchester United versus Leeds is really going to be called off. And guess what? The Premier League went ahead to confirm to us that official Manchester United versus Leeds will not take place this weekend. It has been postponed, and we really got that from the Premier League. And this is something bad and weak in there for you, that you look at things like these and you ask yourself, why isn't this game not taking place? Obviously, let me drive you straight to the website of Manchester United and really give you the narrative of what the club is really telling us and what came to an agreement with the club and the police plus the Premier League as far as this game is concerned. And I'm going to give you the repercussions that we are not going to play Premier League football until 20th of this month. This is when we are going to play again. So it's so much hurting to we people who support United, because we pay our subscriptions knowing that we want to go in and really watch football. But the reason why I pay my DStv is because I want to watch Premier League football, but because it's off, I feel like I'm being cheated by the club. Club statement on home fixture versus Leeds. This is what the club really came out and told us. Following extensive conversations with the Premier League, Greater Manchester Police and Trafford Council, the decision has been made to postpone Manchester United's Premier League fixture against Leeds United, scheduled to take place at Old Trafford at 14 British Standard Time on Sunday, 18th September. This is due to Greater Police supporting forces across the United Kingdom at locations and events of the high significance following the passing of Her Majesty the Queen of England, Queen Elizabeth II. The club reiterates that the safety and security of our fans is paramount, and after considering all available options, we are supportive of the decision that was in conjunction with the relevant authorities. Please note, tickets already purchased for the game will remain valid for the new match date, and we will contact ticket holders directly with further information when it's available. We appreciate the disappointment and inconvenience this may cause, and thank you for your understanding and continued support. The fixture will now be rescheduled. Update details will follow due course. That is what the club has really come out and told us about the game of Leeds. For you, that the forces are not going to be enough to really go on and really maintain law and order at Old Trafford. You get? So this is where you go in and really say that the Premier League did a very bad gesture of not letting us play over the weekend. I think we would have played over the weekend, and the next games that are not supposed to be played next weekend, they would have not getting. They would have really called off, and at least they would have given us a reason that is really so much sounding like, for me, this reason is sounding, but the reason they gave us for the postponement of the games over the weekend is not sounding. It's not sound. Now, for people that support Manchester United, allow me let you know that we are playing the last game until 20th of September on Thursday. We are going to play away at Sheriff. That is our second game in the UEFA Europa League. Remember, the first game we lost to Real Sociedad at Old Trafford. Now we are going to Sheriff. You get? Then after that, we won't be playing football again until 20th, and we'll be paying a visit to a side which goes by the names of Manchester City at Etihad Stadium. Why is it like that? After this weekend, teams are really going to go into what we call the international break. You get? Teams are really going to go into the international break. You get? So, after they go to the international break, then we'll return on the 20th to play. So, it's really hurting for me, but it's really something that is so much indicating how things can change. You get? No one expected such a thing would happen to Manchester United, but obviously we never played against Crystal Palace, we never played against Leeds, and now we're playing against a team which goes by the names of Man City. And will we keep our rhythm going like that? And my worry is that players like Rafael Varane and many others might go to the international break and really get injuries. They might get injuries. So when they get injuries, that game of Man City might turn out to be a baptism of fire, especially Lisandro Martinez and Rafael Varane. We should be on our knees that when they go to the international duty of their respective countries, that is France and Argentina, they come back fully fit and not injured. Facing Man City without your best back four is really very harsh. You get Diego Dello is going to be called up by Portugal. Malacia is going to be called up by a team which goes by the names of Netherlands. You get Eriksen is playing for Denmark. Scott McTominay is playing for Scotland. Bruno Fernandes is playing for Portugal. Anthony is playing for Brazil. Rashford is going to be called up by England. Sancho is going to be called up by England. You get? So, the only positive I see out of this is the man that is the glue to our attack, who goes by names of Anton Martial, would have fully recovered by 20th. And I think he'll lead the line as we play a team which goes by names of Man City. And even if he does not lead the line, he'll come off the bench and really play a huge role for a team of United versus Man City. So that's the only positive I see. But however much that is a positive, we should keep our hands crossed to see that our players don't get injuries. That's it. That's why we should cross or keep our hands crossed onto this channel which goes by the names of United Matters channel. But obviously the game versus Sheriff is going to be on. Then the game versus Leeds has been called off. Remember, we're going to play Leeds at Old Trafford. That is this Sunday. But obviously it's off, and obviously allow me go to the next story of a team which goes by the names of Manchester United, and the player who really keeps dropping off like something that I cannot even go in and really describe. That is a player who goes by the names of Luke Shaw. And obviously, sad news for Luke Shaw. Gareth Southgate is set to leave Luke Shaw out of his squad for the World Cup in Qatar after his lack of game time for Manchester United so far this season. So, it's not rosy for Luke Shaw. And the manager, Erik ten Hag, shouldn't be blamed for this. He came out and bought a new left back from Feyenoord who goes by the name of Gabriel Malacia. And the manager, at the beginning of the season, gave Luke Shaw 2 games to start. He played 90 minutes for the game of a team which goes by the names of Brighton. We lost 2-1. And he was abysmal in that game. In the game of Brentford, especially for that third goal that really went in, he really looked unserious. The way Iziti Mbeumo overtook him, yet he was the man in the lead of the race to really go ahead and really get that ball before Ivan Toney crossed it and Mbeumo went in ahead of Luke Shaw. Really, the manager got to know that, all right, Luke Shaw shouldn't be the left back to play into my team. And obviously, guess what the manager did? He got him off at half time and brought in Tyrell Malacia, and ever since then, Luke Shaw has not played for Manchester United any minute. He never played in the game of Liverpool, Malacia played 90 minutes. He never played in the game. In the game of Liverpool, won it by 2-1. He never played the game of Southampton. Malacia played 90 minutes and he won 1-0. He never played in the game of Leicester. We beat Leicester by 1-0. Malacia played 90 minutes. He never played in the game of Arsenal, where we beat them by 3-1 at Old Trafford, and Malacia played 90 minutes. Then, in the game of a team which goes by the names of Real Sociedad, he was expected to come in and play. And I really believe that if at all he had played those minutes, he would have really earned himself a call at the England national team. But guess what? He got a small injury. And when he got an injury, him and Danny Van Beek never appeared, because we expect them to come in and really get in some minutes as far as this game of football was concerned. But obviously, he didn't play, and obviously reality check has come in, and obviously he can't make it to the England national squad. So to me, Luke Shaw needs to go on and really up his game if he's really going to go on and really dislodge Malacia out of that position. To get him out of that position, it requires a lot of hard work, because Erik ten Hag is a man who really doesn't change his first 11. That's why you see the likes of Casemiro are also struggling to come in through. They need to go on and really work themselves out to prove to the manager that, all right, we've reached a level of coming in through and really playing into your team. That's it. And if at all it does not happen that way, Scott McTominay will continue to play ahead of Casemiro. If at all results keep coming in through, the only way Luke Shaw can get an easy return into the starting 11 of United is when Malacia gets an injury, or he gets a red card, or he gets like 5 yellow cards and he cannot play the next game. That's when the manager will say, all right, let me bring in Luke Shaw. But obviously it's going to be something hard, because Tyrell Malacia, his injury record is really good. He's not an injury prone player, and even if Luke Shaw comes back and and overtakes Malacia, you'll know that he won't go 5 games without getting an injury. You get? So as things stand, Luke Shaw is not going to be called for the England national team. But obviously, you really pity and feel bad for a man who goes by the names of Gareth Southgate, because his preferred 2 left backs are all not playing. When you look at Ben Chilwell, they brought in Cucurella from Brighton. I saw him playing in the Champions League ever since Cucurella came in through. And guess what? The big blow is that the former manager of Cucurella at Brighton is now the permanent manager of Chelsea, and obviously that guarantees Cucurella to start. And obviously, if you're asked of the two, Cucurella and Ben Chilwell, who is really a better player? Obviously, it's Cucurella. And do you expect the manager, Graham Potter, to go in and side with Ben Chilwell? I doubt. So the most important games, obviously, it's a man who goes by the names of Cucurella that will play them, and then the less important games for Chelsea, then he will come in. That is a man who goes by the names of Ben Chilwell. But there is an advantage also for Luke Shaw and Ben Chilwell to get themselves into the contention of the World Cup positions, because if they really keep themselves fully fit, they are playing 2 games per week. Weekend, Premier League, midweek, Champions League, or Europa League. So I think every week they are guaranteed to play a single game, provided they keep themselves fit. Luke Shaw, what stopped him from really going ahead to go in and play in that game of football of United versus a side which goes by the names of Real Sociedad, is that he really had an injury and he never really came in through, and the manager played Malacia in there for you. So Luke Shaw has been dropped, and obviously let's wait and see what is going to happen into that game of football and what the results are really going to be in here onto this channel, which goes by the names of United Matters channel. But we wish him all the best and a huge recovery to come in and really play for Manchester United again. Then lastly, we are talking Eriksen. Today, Eriksen was talking to bold.dk. I think it comes in from Denmark. He told them that Brentford wanted me to stay, but I would say where I am in my career, I had the opportunity to step up to what I had dreamed of and hoped for. I wanted to kickstart my career by coming to an even bigger club, and I succeeded. Then he said, it's Manchester United is one of the biggest clubs in the world. It was a redemption after what had happened earlier, and like proving that you would get an offer from United. It was great. It's a huge club. have joined. So Eriksen is telling us that he's okay and very happy to joining Manchester United, one of the biggest clubs in the world. Obviously, that is not a lie. It's 100% correct. But obviously, he likes the way he's really being utilized at Manchester United. Trust me, when I really heard that we are in for Eriksen, I got to know that it's obviously a confirmation from Erik ten Hag that I'm going to give you regular minutes. Regular minutes. Most of us thought that maybe it would be hard for him to come to that United team and really start many of the games, because we saw him as a central attack midfielder all come, and we thought that in that position there was Bruno and Donny van Beek. And obviously Donny van Beek being the darlings of the managers. But the way he really changed him to play in the deeper role, as Scott McTominay or Casemiro are playing the single pivot, that has really overwhelmed all of us, because we never thought that he's really going to be playing that role. We thought that was going to be played in a more advanced role. And in the game of Real Sociedad, I was shocked that he was played behind Freddy. I thought Freddy was going to play in a double midfield pivot with Casemiro, and obviously Eriksen is going to be played further up the pitch. And if at all you remember watching my match build up, I really said, oh, this is going to be great. Ronaldo is going to be got so much on the ball by Eriksen, because he's going to be played into his favorite position as a central attack midfielder that really creates very many chances. But obviously that wasn't the case. The manager went in for what? The manager, who goes by the names of Erik ten Hag, went in for Eriksen to be played deep. It shows you that that's where he wants him, and that's where he's so much lethal and important for United, especially if I told you watch that Arsenal game. He destroyed Arsenal single-handedly. In all of the 3 games, he had either an assist or a third or fourth assist on him. That is Eriksen. So great to see it that he's happy to be at Manchester United, and obviously that is the man who goes by names of Eriksen. First video of the day. More two are yet to come on this channel, and I'm going to bring them up and running to you. But your reactions to the stories I've put up, all I've combined up into this first episode of the day. Leeds fixture off. Tell me what you think about it. Shaw dropped by Southgate. Tell me what you think about it. And obviously Eriksen very much jolly at Manchester United and very much happy at what is going in at the club. Smash the like button. Continue to subscribe to this channel. We want to hit 9,000 subscribers on this channel, and I know we are really going to make it happen. When I check on our channel, we are having 8,160 subscribers, meaning that we're left with we are left with 40 subscribers to hit 80,200 subscribers on this channel, and 800 subscribers to hit 9,000. I know we are really going to make it happen. And guys, continue to go in the lower right bottom corner, smash that red button that has the word subscribe, and after hit the notification bell that will enable you get notified each and every time I upload a video onto this channel. Rock and David is my name. I sign out for now. See you later. First video of the day, more is yet to come, and thank you for really being patient with me, because yesterday I never showed up, but obviously today I'm up and running to bring you these stories. I'm out.